Greetings, Whovians, and welcome to Timey Wimey Review. As we say goodbye to the summer that is August 2025, let's round off this month with the Doctor Who quiz. The monthly quiz that tests your Doctor Who general knowledge. Test your Who knowledge. We don't need Google here, this is just a bit of fun. So please hit the subscribe button as I try and reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. But more importantly, let me know your scores in the comments, but do keep the answers out of the comments so everyone can enjoy this quiz. We start off, as always, with round one, Who knowledge. 10 questions, all worth 1 point each to test your Doctor Who general knowledge. Very best of luck. Here we go with question 1. Which actor and comedian played the DJ in the Sixth Doctor story, Revelation of the Daleks? Question 2. Look at this image. Which episode does this image belong to? Quite a tough one, but name that episode. Question 3. The TARDIS recently made a blink and you miss it appearance in which Star Trek spin-off series? Question 4. What was the name of the 12th Doctor's debut episode? Name that debut episode. Question 5. The Quarks appeared in which Second Doctor story? The Quarks appeared in which Second Doctor story? Question 6. The Fourth Doctor was seen having a nap in which UK landmark during the opening scenes of The Leisure Hive? Name that UK landmark. Question 7. Susan Triad helped the Doctor build a container that helped protect Poppy and Belinda in the Reality War. What was it called? I'll say that again. Susan Triad helped the Doctor build a container that helped protect Poppy and Belinda in the Reality War. What was it called? Question 8. Who wrote, at the time, the incomplete Fourth Doctor story, Sharda? Question 9. British actor Martin Clunes made a guest appearance as Lon in which Fifth Doctor story? And finally, question 10. The robotic postman appeared in which 13th Doctor episode? The robotic postman appeared in which 13th Doctor episode? Whilst you are thinking about those answers, I would love to know in the comments what you have been up to this summer. Have you been on any holidays? Have you been celebrating any birthdays, weddings? Have you been celebrating your A-levels or GCSE results? Let me know in those comments. It's been a busy month here on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel as I've been to the Harry Potter studios, the Warner Brothers Studios tour, as you might have seen on this channel and on Timey Wimey Review TikTok. I also explored the Adventures in Time and Space Museum at the exhibition at the Peterborough Museum and Art Gallery. Done lots of Doctor Who bargain hunting relating videos as well. It's been a busy, fun month. So I would love to know in the comments what you have been up to this summer. Okay, let's go through those answers for round 1. Who knowledge? Again, they were all worth 1 point each. Did you get all 10? Let's find out those answers. Starting with question 1. Which actor and comedian played the DJ in the Sixth Doctor story, Revelation of the Daleks? It was Alexei Sayle. Alexei Sayle, who recently celebrated his birthday in August. Very happy birthday to Alexei Sayle. Question 2, I asked you to look at this image and name the episode. It was Love and Monsters. Very, very tough one, but well done if you got that question correct. Question 3. The TARDIS recently made a blink and you'll miss it appearance in which Star Trek spin-off series? It was Strange New Worlds. This appeared in the most recent series of Strange New Worlds. Question 4. What is the name of the 12th Doctor's debut story? It was Deep Breath. Deep Breath. And that was in August of 2014, I believe. If I'm wrong, do let me know in the comments. But I'm sure it was 2014. Again, 11 years ago since 12th Doctor. How time flies. Question 5. The Quarks appeared in which second Doctor story? It was the Dominators. The Dominators. Question 6. The 4th Doctor was seen having a nap in which UK landmark during the opening scenes of The Leisure Hive? It was Brighton Beach. Brighton Beach. That was the opening scenes for The Leisure Hive, which was first broadcast 45 years ago as part of Tom Baker's final season as the 4th Doctor. A review of The Leisure Hive is coming soon on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel. Question 7. Susan Triad helped the Doctor build a container that helped protect Poppy and Belinda in the reality war. What was it called? It was called the Zero Room. It was the Zero Room, similar to the one that the 5th Doctor had in Castrovalva. Question 8. Who wrote at the time the incomplete 4th Doctor story Sharda? It was Douglas Adams, who of course was script editor at the time for Doctor Who, and went on, of course, to his iconic work, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And also, of course, Sharda was an incomplete story because it wasn't made in time during the industrial strikes. But obviously, it kind of got resurrected back in the 90s with the script book and the sort of linked stories that Tom Baker was doing, and then resurrected as an animated version of Sharda. Plenty of versions of Sharda is available in the Whoniverse. Question 9. British actor Martin Clunes made a guest appearance as Lon in which 5th Doctor story? It was Snake Dance. Snake Dance. Very young Martin Clunes in the 5th Doctor story, Snake Dance. Obviously, Martin Clunes went on to star in lots of British roles, including Men Behaving Badly and Doc Martin. And finally, question 10. The robotic postman appeared in which 13th Doctor episode? Kablam! Kablam. Of course it was Kablam. A lot of people, again, moan about that episode. Well, I wouldn't say moan, but not many fans of Kablam. I remember enjoying it when I first watched it. I haven't seen it since. Again, that is something to review in a future episode of Timey Wimey Review. I will review that episode. But total up your scores and add them to the next round, round 2, which is the companion files. I haven't done one of these for a while, so this will be 5 questions, all worth 1 point each, and this will be about a former companion for the Doctor. And for this one, I'm going for the lovable Jo Grant, which was, of course, played by Katie Manning. So very best of luck. Here we go, companion files, all about Jo Grant. Here we go with question 1. Which 3rd Doctor story did Jo Grant make her debut? Which 3rd Doctor story did Jo Grant make her debut? Question 2. What speciality did Jo Grant receive training for? I'll give you multiple choice answers for this question. Was it A, psychology, B, escapology, or C, morphology? Question 3. Who did Jo Grant get engaged to in her final story, The Green Death? Question 4. What was the name of Jo's grandson as seen in the Sarah Jane Adventures story, Death of the Doctor? And question 5. Which character from the Sarah Jane Adventures did Jo meet in the special Tales of the TARDIS? Some very difficult ones there, but if you are a Jo Grant fan, hopefully you will know them. And whilst you are thinking about those answers, if you are new to this channel, hello, thanks for stopping by. This is a channel dedicated to anything and everything relating to the world of Doctor Who. As I alluded to earlier, we have reviews, news featurettes, editorials, lots of little fun stuff as well, such as the monthly quizzes and Doctor Who bargain hunting videos where I go to various places looking for Doctor Who related bargains or any other bargains of interest, and that is all available on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel. I'm also on Timey Wimey Review TikTok for even more fantastic Doctor Who related content, and you can also say hello on Timey Wimey Review Facebook and X. I will put a link in the descriptions for all those social media outlets for you to check out and enjoy. But for now, let's reveal the answers from round 2, the companion files, all about Jo Grant. as I said earlier, played by the lovable Katie Manning. Did you get all 5? Best of luck. Here we go with the answers, starting with question 1. Which third Doctor story did Jo Grant make her debut? It was Terror of the Autons. Terror of the Autons, a classic third Doctor story, which also was the debut of the Master as well. Question 2. Which speciality did Jo Grant receive training for? It was a multiple choice question, this one. Was it A, psychology, B, escapology, or C, morphology? The answer was B, escapology. She was trained in escapology. And if you want to know what morphology is, it was a study of words. I had to Google that one up. Even though I said there's no need for Google here, just for this moment, a little bit of fun fact for you. Morphology is the study of words. Question 3. Who did Jo Grant get engaged to in her final story, The Green Death? It was Professor Clifford Jones. So in the later series of the Sarah Jane Adventures, she was known as Jo Jones, and her fiance turned husband was Professor Clifford Jones. Question 4. What was the name of Jo's grandson as seen in the Sarah Jane Adventures story, Death of the Doctor? It was Santiago Jones. If you got that, a huge well done. That's definitely worth 2 points, but I'm only going to give you 1 point. Sorry. But yes, the answer I was looking for there is Santiago Jones. And finally, question 5. Which character from the Sarah Jane Adventures did Jo meet in the spin-off Tales of the TARDIS? It was Clyde Langer. Lovable Clyde Langer. I thought he was a great character in the Sarah Jane Adventures. And this was a Tale of the TARDIS, which was about the 3 Doctors. It was them reminiscing about the 3 Doctors, even though Clyde was not there. But yeah, it was a great one. And if you haven't seen them across the pond, I know they're not very hard. They are quite hard to find. I know they're available on BBC iPlayer. So if you haven't seen Tales of the TARDIS, do watch it on BBC iPlayer if you're in the UK. And hopefully you can see them across the pond in some shape or form. I do believe that they should be on the Doctor Who YouTube channel. I hope they do get released some point in the future on there. There we go, that's my protesting done. So let's total up those scores and add them to the next round, the final round, where if you have been seen on the Time Wimey YouTube channel and Time Wimey TikTok recently, I've been doing a series of mini videos on my time at the Warner Brothers studio tour in London for the making of Harry Potter. And I've basically been doing mini videos of Doctor Who actors that have appeared in the Harry Potter movies. So round 3, I've entitled Who Potter. There's going to be 6 questions, all worth 2 points each, which will really ramp up your score. So very best of luck if you get these answers to these questions. And basically, I'm going to give you a name of 6 different actors or actresses, and you've got to write down whether they've just been in Doctor Who or just been in Harry Potter or both. So for example, we have the legend that is Sir John Hurt, and I asked the question, has he been in Harry Potter or Doctor Who or both? The answer should be both. He was in both Harry Potter and Doctor Who. Hope that makes sense. I'm sure it does. So here we go with round 1, and I'm going to give the answers out after each individual question on this one. So you're only going to have a little bit of thinking time. You can pause the video if you want a bit more extra time, but I think I'll just go for both. So here we go. Best of luck. Number 1, nice and easy, David Tennant. Has he been in Doctor Who or Harry Potter or both? Of course it was both. Obviously, he was the 10th and 14th Doctor in Doctor Who, and he was also in Harry Potter. Here we go. Number 2, Celia Emery. Celia Emery. Has she just been in Doctor Who or Harry Potter or both? Give you a little bit more time on this one. Time's up. The answer is Doctor Who. She's only been in Doctor Who. I would have thought she would have been in Harry Potter, but nope, just Doctor Who. And that was in the episode The Bells of St. John. So very well done if you got that answer correct. But let's move on to number 3, Rupert Grint. Rupert Grint. Has he been in Harry Potter, Doctor Who, or both? The answer is Harry Potter. Just Harry Potter for this one. Of course, playing Ron Weasley, but he's never appeared so far in Doctor Who. Would you like him to appear in Doctor Who? I think he'll do a pretty good job. But at the moment, that has not come to pass. Number 4, Miranda Richardson. Miranda Richardson, a brilliant actress. Has she been in Harry Potter or Doctor Who or both? Just give you a few seconds to think about it. Time's up. And the answer is Harry Potter. She's only been in Harry Potter. Again, another actress which I thought would have been in both. Would have made an appearance in Doctor Who, but she hasn't. It's only been Harry Potter. Question 5. John Cleese. John Cleese. The legend that is John Cleese. Has he been in Harry Potter or Doctor Who or both? Okay, let's reveal the answer. It's been both. He has appeared in both, believe it or not. I know a lot of people would have definitely seen him in Harry Potter as Headless Nick, but he was also in a cameo appearance of the 4th Doctor story, City of Death, as one of the art critics at the final episode of City of Death. So yes, he has been in both. And last but not least, question 6, the legend that is Michael Gambon. Has he been in Harry Potter or Doctor Who or both? I'm not going to give you too much time for this one because I feel like this is a nice, easy 2-pointer. It is both. Of course, he played Dumbledore, the legendary Dumbledore, after the late, great Richard Harris passed away. And also he appeared in Doctor Who, A Christmas Carol, of course. The 11th Doctor story, A Christmas Carol. So very well done. Did you get all 6 of those correct to give yourself the maximum of 12 points? Total up your scores and add them all together for your final overall score. It's out of 27 this time. Have you got all 27? Even if you just got 1 point, let me know in the comments. I really would love to know your scores. Be loud and proud with your scores. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this quiz. If you have, please like, share and subscribe. Hit the cloister bell for more notifications. Come say hello and follow me on Facebook and X. And do check out my other fantastic Doctor related content on Time Wimey Review TikTok. And of course right here on the Time Wimey Review YouTube channel. There is lots of content on Time Wimey Review YouTube channel and Time Wimey Review TikTok for you to enjoy. But thank you as always for your love and support. Until we meet again.